Hi, you guys. We're going to get right to our lesson today. And so we are learning about space this week, and I'm super excited about this topic. It is wonderful and fascinating, and there are so many discoveries happening all the time. So it's really a wonderful topic to talk about. So I'm going to share a little bit about space with you guys, just kind of basic things. And we're going to do our letter of the week this week. And so we have letter W for walrus. And so the W starts at the top here and goes down, up, and it's W for walrus. And in our craft this week, we're going to be making watermelons. That also starts with W. So we're going to be making a slice of watermelon and not a walrus. So that's our letter of the week. And I was just going to talk a little bit about our memory verse from the first half of our semester, and it was Genesis 1:1, and it said, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." So we know that God created the earth and everything that we see outside, and it's amazing to see his creation. And so he also made all the space and the stars and stuff for us to discover and be fascinated by and learn about. And so we're just learning all about God's creation. And I think that's why I like it so much, is because God created wonderful things for us to see and be amazed by. It's really incredible. So our first one is called the sun. And it starts out, the sun is easy to find. It is the brightest object in the Earth's sky. So during the daytime, you can see the sun in the sky. The sun is too bright to look at. Photos from space give a clear view of the sun. So this is a photo from space of what the sun looks like. People cannot travel near the sun. It is too hot. Flares of hot gases shoot out from the sun's surface. So that's another picture of the sun, all those flares. A star. The sun is a star. Like other stars, the sun is a ball of burning gases. It has no solid surface. Doesn't that look amazing? The sun is one of many stars. It looks so bright because it is the closest star to Earth. The sun in space. The sun is the center of our solar system. Earth and 7 other planets move around the sun. So we say they orbit the sun. This is like their path that they go around the sun. The sun is much bigger than the planets. If the sun were the size of a beach ball, Earth would be as small as a pebble. The sun and Earth. The sun gives Earth light and heat. Plants need sunlight to grow. The sun is so important. On Earth, the sun rises in the morning, it sets at night. You can also use the sun to tell the time of day. And that is our first book, the sun. So we learned that the sun is a star. It's just the closest star to our planet. So we're going to talk a little bit about the moon. The moon is the brightest object in the sky, in the night sky. It reflects the sun's light. The moon seems to change shape during the month. The moon can look round like a circle. It can look narrow like a banana. The moon and Earth. The moon is Earth's satellite. It moves around the Earth once each month. The same side of the moon always faces Earth. So the moon orbits, that's the new word we learned, around the Earth. The moon shines brightly at night. It looks lighter during the day. Sometimes during the day, if you look up, you can see the moon that looks like that. It's very light. The moon is much smaller than Earth. If Earth were a tennis ball, the moon would be the size of a marble. So the Earth and the Moon, you can see in this picture, the Moon is much smaller than the Earth. The Moon's surface. Gray dust and rocks cover the Moon. The Moon's surface is rough. Look how rough that looks. Craters make the Moon's surface bumpy. These holes formed when objects hit the Moon. So these holes that you see on the Moon's surface are from like big giant rocks coming and hitting the Moon's surface and making a crater. The Moon is not like Earth. The Moon has no air and no water. The sky is always black on the Moon. Exploring the Moon. Astronauts have landed on the Moon 6 times. They gather rocks and soil to study. So there's a picture of an astronaut. And that is what we have learned about the Moon, the amazing creation that God created for us, the Moon. So I have one other book in this series. It's called Stars. So we're going to learn a little bit about stars here. Stars appear in the night sky. They look like tiny points of light. So when it's dark out, look up in the sky and you can see stars. Stars are giant balls of hot gases. These gases give off light and heat. Stars and Earth. The sun is the easiest star to find in the sky. It is the closest star to Earth. So the sun is a star. Other stars show up at night. These stars look smaller. They are further away from Earth. Kinds of stars. Space is full of stars. There are too many stars to count. Look at all those stars. So amazing. It's just incredible. Some stars are yellow like the sun. Other stars are white, blue, red, or brown. See the different colors of the stars on this page? A star's color depends on how hot it is. Blue stars are the warmest. Red stars are the coolest. Constellations. Groups of stars form shapes in the sky. The shapes are called constellations. Watch the stars twinkle. How many stars do you see in the night sky? So that's what we have learned about stars.